Gemini, welcome to your reading. So I'm just going to jump right in with your overall energy here. Let's find out what's influencing you. Let's find out about your past. And your strength. Okay, let's find out what else you need to know. Okay. So, wow, okay. The energy coming through here is kind of one about taking over again. It's, and by that I mean taking over your life. So think of it as things are becoming very clear to you right now, and you're stepping into your own just sense of self-security and just standing up for yourself and really just putting your best interests first. This doesn't surprise me at all because there's another card out here that is very similar to this one. So we're talking about the Hierophant in reverse. So you may have recently gone through some sort of breakup, could have been a marriage, or maybe even just some sort of high level of commitment. You were together for a long period of time. But there was something about this that really has you refocusing on what you need and what you want. There was something about this ending or this break that really just had you making some changes in your life. I can see it here. We've got the Nine of Wands, but I also have it influenced by the Judgment. So here, when I put these cards down, the feelings that I was getting was that you've made a decision about whether or not you're going to let somebody back into your life, whether or not you're going to allow a situation to continue. With this Nine of Wands energy, you're putting up a guard. You're saying, nope, this is it. These are my boundaries. You cannot cross these boundaries. And I'm holding firm. I mean, this is you holding firm. And what you need to focus on, this card to me, it's the Five of Cups in reversed. So you may have been like disappointed or just sad about the situation at a point in time, but you're really starting to understand things from a different perspective now. You're seeing things very clearly. To me, I always read this as the card of perception, because when you look at it in the upright, the man on the card is so focused on the three cups that have fallen over that he doesn't even see these two that are still standing behind him. And so now I'm seeing it in reverse. And so it's like, everything's just becoming more clear to you now, and it's really helping to point you in a better direction. Knight of Swords. So whatever this was, it probably happened fast, and you may not have seen it coming. I'm not getting a Tower moment, but I am getting this Knight of Swords. So there may have been some sort of buildup here. Maybe deep down you understood that this was going to happen at some point, and then it finally did. But the act of it happening happened quickly, even if you knew it was coming. Your strength, this Four of Wands in reverse is very similar to this Hierophant. So again, could have been a marriage or some sort of serious commitment here. And your strength is actually in moving beyond that, in taking those lessons that you learned in that relationship and applying them to other areas of your life. Because what I see you doing here, and two cards came out for your near future. We the High Priestess and the Emperor. What this tells me is that you are listening to yourself, you are trusting yourself, and you are stepping back into your own power, authority. Think of any kind of strong words to say, I'm in control of my life. I'm doing what's right for me. That's where I see you, and really being in control of your emotions too. There's a lot of things that you're just not giving a lot of effort and energy towards anymore, and it's because it's in your best interest not to. I do have the moon upside down here. And so just like this Five of Cups in reverse, with this moon in reverse, you are seeing things clearly. It's not, you're not perceiving things incorrectly here. What you think is happening or what you think happened. Knight of Wands. This is kind of actually a really amazing, because this is the start of you rebuilding something that you're passionate about, something maybe you had to compromise more than what you wanted to compromise within the relationship. And now you've got that freedom to really go after it again. And that's what I'm getting from you. It's kind of like, almost like a rebirth for you in a way. because I really see you stepping into your own power, your own passions, things like that. Very interesting that there's all these knights that are out here. So hopes or fears, we got 2 out here. Justice card, love to see that, because this is you striving for balance. You're not going to allow anybody to walk all over you again. You're not going to allow a situation to completely dominate you again. We do have the Knight of Cups. This is something where that's not your focus right now. So you want balance and you're hoping for it in at least the other areas of your life. Like even if your love life right now is not, there's no balance on the horizon, you want the other areas of your life to be in balance. And that's where a lot of this drive is coming from for you right now. I also see movement forward here. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. So if you felt like you were stuck, you're not going to feel that way for much longer. Not at all. So let's do some clarifying here for Gemini. Why is the 9 of Wands here? King of Wands. Tell me about the Judgment card. The World. Yep. So this is actually really amazing. So I had said that you were setting your boundaries. You were not allowing anybody in. It's because you're done. We've got the World here. It's the end of a cycle. This is the stopping. This is the conclusion here. You've made a decision and it's done. King of Wands. This is you putting yourself first. This again, going after your own passions. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? And then really going after it, because this King of Wands doesn't sit still and wait for things to happen. This King of Wands makes things happen. And that's where your energy is right now. Tell me about this 5 of Cups in reverse. Strength card in reverse. Yeah, this was definitely not an easy thing for you to go through at all. Whenever this all happened, it definitely threw you for some sort of emotional tailspin. Definitely a lot of feelings happening here when this ended, but you have overcome this, because this is how the energy is sitting today. Look how far you've come. You're seeing things clearly. You're moving on. You're processing because you can see things clearly. It takes a lot less strength to move on once you've already started really the process, because you start building on what you've already realized and what you've already learned. And that's, the universe is encouraging you to look at your progress. There may be days where you don't feel like you've made any, but you have. Knight of Swords, we've got the Fool here in reverse. So yeah, this is definitely something, you're learning your lesson. Like this is definitely something that you're trying to move beyond, incorporate what you've learned and not relive the experience. Tell me about this 4 of Wands in reverse. We have the Chariot in reverse. So there may have been a period of time here where you felt like this was what you wanted, that this was a very successful relationship, marriage, whatever it was for you. But now it's sitting here in the reverse and you are coping with it. You are moving on from it. It's something where you're processing the emotional side of whatever, you're really mourning this relationship. But at the same time, you're also bolstering the other areas of your life in order to keep going forward. Tell me about the Emperor and the High Priestess here. The High Priestess came out twice. There's a lot of trusting your own instincts here. A lot of it. That's a very strong indication that whatever your gut is telling you to do, it's your heart. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, follow. Because sometimes head and heart are not in alignment here, and it looks to me like your instincts are really going to be driving you. Tell me about the Moon in reverse. Ace of Wands. Lots of Wands energy, lots of movement, lots of regaining just that passion that you were missing in your life, just that zest for life here. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, your focus is not really on giving any more effort and energy into this relationship. So I'm not seeing any kind of movement towards repairing it. I'm seeing a lot of movement away from it and kind of moving on with your life. Tell me about the Justice and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah. 10 of Swords, that's not a surprise to me at all. Because this was a marriage, any kind of serious relationship, really any relationship at all, depending on how connected you are, can lead to a lot of pain here. And that's what you went through, and you don't want to go through it again. You just want balance in your life. You want to be happy. Tell me about this Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. So all the knights are now out here. So I have the Two of Swords. You're moving forward, but there is some sort of decision that you're going to have to make, and maybe it's figuring out exactly which path you need to go down. I am also seeing this Knight of Pentacles, so it feels like you're still trying to figure that out, because the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is really just a learner. This is somebody who's trying to take in all this information and figure out, okay, what do I need to do next? What is the best path for me? That's what it feels like you're doing right here in this potential outcome. So you're moving forward, but the Knight of Pentacles is not a fast-moving energy. So you're taking your time getting through this process in order to figure out which direction you need to go in. But there is movement forward. Any last messages for Gemini? Voyage. So this is all about the journey for you. There is a lot of learning that is taking place and a lot of self-reflection. So Gemini, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.